running 100 miles an hour, trying to make everything bigger, better, faster, trying to solve all the problems of the world does weigh on you pretty heavy. And if being built from birth as an entrepreneur, which when you're young, it's a very, very painful experience because having a brain, a nervous system that's wired like mine and other crazy ass entrepreneurs. When you're young, you're there's so much chaos going on in your mind, you don't know how to deal with it. And fortunately, unfortunately, I had a lot of pain and trauma as a kid, being very much an outsider. Was not particularly good athletically, and so that first years up until becoming a teenager. I mean, thank God I had great mentors because my dad was a long haul trucker. He was on the road a bunch, um, most of my young life, and and then eventually, he moved to Alaska and decided that's where he wanted to take up home. And my mother wasn't having any part of that, so she didn't want to move us to this little village that you can only fly into. You could literally planes, trains, and no automobiles. So you could fly in, boat in, or train in, and and that caused a separation, at least as far as I understood it at the time. And we were kind of on our own. So my dad disappeared to Alaska, and that's a pretty tough thing on a young person when you're pretty crazy brained, like I am, and then later to find out he is. And certainly my son is designed that way, and I would say my daughter is in a lot of ways. She's just a lot quieter about it. And so having this kind of mind, this kind of um, running 100 miles an hour, trying to make everything bigger, better, faster, trying to solve all the problems of the world does weigh on you pretty heavy. And if you don't have amazing people around you, and you don't have, well, I'll call it a good support system, but it's not just an external support system in the people around you; it's an internal support system. It's trying to manage how this incredible machine operates. There's no user manual today. Because of technology, we understand a lot more about people that are wired like I am. There's a whole series of books written out there. Doug Brackman wrote Driven, great book about people that are wired like me. And so from a young age, I learned to, I would say, learn how to deal with stress, but I don't know that I ever really dealt with it that well. But I was fortunate to be distracted in many different areas of my life